Wolves' Billy Wright and Leicester's Norman Plummer head the All-Midland finalists onto the Wembley turf for football's Game of the Year. Second Division Leicester in white shorts, the Davids who knocked out so many Goliaths, start off at top speed. They're not afraid of the Wolf, however big and bad he's cracked up to be. At first, Leicester do the attacking, but Billy Wright's men, cool and confident, have everything under control. Pye sends the ball to Hancox. The winger sends it back, and Pye heads it home. Johnny Hancox takes the kick. It comes over squarely. It looks perilous for Leicester. They just can't get the ball away from the danger zone. Billy Wright sends in a shot. It's only half cleared, and Jesse Pye bangs it home. With Leicester 2 down at half-time, few of the 100,000 crowd thought they could ever stage a comeback. But they reckon without little Mal Griffiths. With the ball seemingly tied to his feet, he runs through the Wolves' defence like kids through a sweet shop. A pass to Chisholm. Goalie Williams parries the inside forward shot, but Griffith is there to send it back into the back of the net. For this is more like the old Leicester that humbled mighty Pompey. The second division boys are giving more than they get when fate deals them a sudden, bitter blow. From an acute angle, Ken Chisholm nets the ball, but the referee rules him offside and disallows the goal. Down sink Leicester hearts, and Wolves can think themselves lucky to have escaped. Smooth first-time football splits the Leicester defence wide open. The ball goes to Sammy Smythe, number 8, and it's curtains for Leicester as the Irishman smashes it home. The two skippers shake hands, and another Wembley's over as Princess Elizabeth presents Billy Wright and the triumphant Wolverhampton team with football's most coveted honours.
Well, here we are, on the way to Wembley on the day, and what a day. Arsenal in white shorts, Liverpool in white shirts and black shorts. Arsenal kicked off and at once thrust forward towards the enemy's goal. In fact, not much more than a quarter of an hour had passed when Arsenal forced a corner which Dennis Compton took. There's always a good chance from a corner, and soon a pass from Logie gave Lewis the very opportunity he wanted. Arsenal were 1 up. Well, that was the only score in the first half. Liverpool kicked off, and now was the time for them to get on terms. But almost at once, Arsenal were on the rampage again. With Cox working like a Trojan on the right wing, things began to look pretty black for the northern side. And within about 15 minutes, a centre from Cox was banged home by Lewis. Arsenal 2 up. Arsenal kept Liverpool out and won 2-0. A great moment for their skipper as he went to receive the cup from the King.
It's an all-Northern Cup final as Blackpool and Newcastle United take the field at Wembley. Newcastle, playing in their famous magpie colours, have twice won the cup at Wembley. Half-time comes and there's still no score. Newcastle kick off to start the second half, and it looks as though we're going to see something better after the scrappy first half. From the clearance, Newcastle set up an attack. Blackpool are playing the offside trap, and the whole Blackpool side comes up. But Newcastle clear. The ball goes to Robledo. There's a gap down the middle. He passes to Milburn. The offside trap's failed. Blackpool appeal, but Milburn runs on and shoots. And it's a goal. Newcastle are 1 up. Now Newcastle are on the go again. Taylor passes back. Milburn is there, and he fires in a terrific shot. Farms beaten all the way, and Newcastle are 2 up within 10 minutes of the resumption. If Jackie Milburn did the trick with his fine goals, it was a grand all-round performance that sends the cup to Tyneside.
The two Joes met for the toss-up, Mercer and Harvey. Mercer won it for Arsenal. Jackie Milburn kicked off for Newcastle, and 100,000 voices got going as well as the players. The Gunners were soon in possession, and as if to show that injuries meant nothing to them, went away strongly. Wally Barnes was injured. This brought Tom Whittaker, Arsenal's manager, into the picture. First aid for Wally's knee, but in vain. After half an hour of the match, she was out of it. Jimmy Logie, fresh from hospital, worked away, trying to do the job of two men. In fact, Arsenal's reduced forward line did get near to scoring, as, for example, when Dougie Lishman headed onto the bar. Spectators naturally had plenty of advice to offer at critical moments, and throughout this great cup final, one crisis seemed to follow another. George Swindon certainly had moments when the word crisis may have seemed an understatement. Then, after some 35 minutes of the second half, Bobby Mitchell, Newcastle's left winger, came dribbling in, beating one man after another and looked a certain scorer. But no, he lost his chance. Still, soon afterwards, he sent it to George Robledo, who headed the goal of the match. Yes, the battle was over. Now, with the men he'd led so gallantly, Joe Mercer congratulated the victors. Joe Harvey and his team had done what no team had accomplished this century. They'd won the cup 2 years running. Mr. Churchill was there to present the cup, and he presented it.
We're all lined up, Blackpool in the dark shirts kicking off for this 1953 Cup final, and away they go. Holden, a lovely chance for Moore. It's gone through to Hassel. Lobbed house. It's a goal! Mortenson's got a wonderful chance, he must score. It's a goal! Hassel has scored. Holden, number 7, the outside right of Bolton. There he is again. It's a goal! It's a goal, Bell! Look at the speed of that man, and they say he's slow. Mortensen. And at what price, I wonder? There he is telling Mr. Griffiths he's all right, he's scored, he doesn't care if he's dying. Yes, there he is, Mortensen. It's a lovely goal! There's the man who's really fighting for his cup medal. Could he score the winning goal now, himself? It's there! Perry! What a final! Just look at the scorecard, just look at the people. And Harry Johnston with the cup. I'm sure there's going to be a special cheer when about number 4 comes up. There's his medal, there's the great cup, Farm. There it is, there it is. And there he is, Matthews. Marston, Cunningham. And now Lee with that lucky rebound. It's a goal for Allen. Preston North End 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. Tom Finney, that throw in for Preston. To Wayman. To Baxter. Now Doherty. Up goes Morrison. And it's a goal! Albion 1 up in 21 minutes. Preston 1 all after 22 minutes. And Morrison the scorer for Preston. Doherty to Finney. Doherty. Charlie Wayman. He's not given offside. Yes, the referee has. The referee has given him offside. No, he's not. And now it's Ray Barlow, and it's a penalty. Final with a penalty goal in the semi-final is going to take it. When I wonder what the feeling in Ronnie Allen's stomach was as he ran up to take that penalty kick. Ryan, Kennedy, Ryan. It's Griffin.
Suspense had certainly been maintained right up to the last in this struggle between two evenly matched teams. Still, it's goals and the cup that count. Len Millard's big moment came as Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, presented the famous trophy and the medals.
The ball sails goalwards. Milburn heads, and it's a goal. A beautifully timed header. The 10 men press, and Hayes crosses for Johnson's equaliser. There was no delay in that flying header. While Troutman gets ready, White centres, and the ever-dangerous Mitchell whips in to receive. He runs it on and scores from an almost impossible angle. Fingertips deflected, but Hannah crashes it home. 3-1.